we've always been, I think, if you look back over the years, we did it with Chad Hall. What we did with Tim Jefferson was a little bit different. What we did with DJ Hammond and Gerard Sanders and Ben Waters was a little bit different. I think you have to do that in an academy. It doesn't mean you can't still have a baseline system, but you got to be able to adapt to wherever you have if somebody can really make a play, you got to try to play to those capabilities.
Yeah. You stay with your principles, but you adjust.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, the early field goal, is that just part of
What?
the early field goal attempt?
Yeah.
Obviously, it loomed largely.
Yeah.
Is that when you have a sophomore
Gotta hit it.
role?
Gotta hit it, baby. Gotta hit it. Period. You got to put it right through the uprights. And I think if you go back and look, obviously you can find things. We all can. I think earlier, our first 4 red zone possessions. The first 3 red zone possessions, we had a touchdown, we had a missed field goal, and we had a field goal. So 1 touchdown of those first 3 red zone possessions, and you got to be better in the red zone. 3s, and obviously again we're doing more points, so that's not enough.
And you capitalize early, maybe it changes the entire vibe of the game in the way you maybe approach it.
I don't know. They still were going to take their shots at throws down the field. I think one way or the other, regardless of score. And we got to be a little tighter to coverage. And like I said, we got to get closer to the quarterback.
You have to be more pressure.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Go ahead. No. Well, any other thoughts on Horvath and just what makes him such a difficult matchup for teams?
Good movement and good delivery. That's usually a pretty good combination. And he's played a bunch of football too. It's a really good. It's a good mix.
I think Brent was telling me during the game that it was 2013. Yeah. There was a shutdown in 2013. At that time, it was maybe a concern whether you could make the trip.
No, there wasn't. That was never a concern. In 2013, not at all.
Okay.
I never once heard.
Okay.
And they do a great job of keeping you in the loop communication-wise. In 2013, not at all. Not at all. I'm sorry, for the football game, not at all. We were playing that game, and we did.
Okay. So explain it to me like I'm a fun girl. No.
Not in 2013.
Okay, no.
And there wasn't this year.
No,
we were
there
playing
wasn't.
the game,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
And that was, we knew that we never had any other inclination to be anything but that, even though we're well aware there was a bit of a shot.
Yeah, right. And I think it's great that you did. I know you wanted a different result. This was the heck of a game, for sure.
I agree with that. Yes, sir.
So your passing offense so far this year has been pretty impressive. I saw Cade Harris has been a big piece of that here before this game. Looked like Fleischmann was the man in this game. Was that something you guys saw before the game started, just how the game kind of played out? But Cade didn't look like he got a ton of touches this day. Is just the way it worked out?
Probably a little bit.
Okay.
It's kind of the way it goes. I mean, anybody you can take away, I think, a guy. We did think there might be opportunities to the tight end.
Yeah.
Once we're coming into the game, and
And it worked out well because Fleischmann had a great game.
yeah, I don't want to be short and mean spirit. I don't intend that at all. It didn't work out well.
Sure,
I mean,
understand.
just in the big picture, that's not what we came here.
Understand.
I'll start with you. I mean, did you have any inkling that you were going to be such a big part of the game plan?
No. Honestly, I just do my job, and sometimes they throw it to me, and I'll do my job there too. So.
Yeah, I mean, how do you balance having a career day? I mean, I think you doubled your career yardage,
Yeah, it's not
and losing at Service Academy.
I think it's just kind of goes to show our team and how hard we've worked, and we put in a lot of hours, and we competed out there today, and that's what the job is, to go out and compete. You want to win, you're supposed to win, but that doesn't always happen, and I thought we played well. So I think it's a team game, and we did well.
And in a game like this, the offense almost pitched a perfect game. But do you look back at a field goal attempt and a field goal they settle for, and think maybe what could have been different?
It's just every play. We can't pin it down on a fumble or a missed field goal. We just got to execute every single play. I myself missed a block that could have been a touchdown, and we got stuffed in the red zone and led to a field goal, lost by 3 points. So you can look at every point in the game and see where you need to improve. But certainly I'm not going to blame one person because it's a team. We got to improve together.
And having been in a comparable position last year and seeing how you did rebound, does that impact the mindset knowing that you don't have to worry about the locker room in that respect, that you guys know how to pick yourselves up?
I think so. We've always known adversity hasn't been just with losses, but I definitely think that we know how to turn around, and we're going to turn around. It's a razor-thin margin of error with college football, especially at the level we play. And if we eliminate a couple of mistakes, we win this game by a lot more instead of losing them.
And with what Liam's shown now 3-4 weeks in a row, how nice a weapon is that, and how much more confidence do you guys have in him with each of these performances?
I mean, he's a gamer. That guy can play all the time, anytime. I mean, everybody can see it now. We've been seeing it for the last year and a half, and I think it's only going to keep growing, and he'll get us to the promised land.
I said something to Coach earlier about your utilization here a little bit more today. He said he thought they saw something a little bit pre-game using tight end a little bit more. So were you anticipating a little more action today, or it just kind of the way it panned out?
Yeah, I could say it was, yeah. More than normal, but we always have him in and stuff. And, Liam, he likes to throw it to the tight end, and we'll go from there. But he's a playmaker, and, I mean, that's kind of – he makes plays, and if he can get the ball downfield to one of his guys, he will. He can hand it off to one of his guys, he will. He'll make plays after that.
And what's it like then to have kind of this passing offense going pretty well here? And as a running back that, sometimes Air Force could be pretty run heavy, to have kind of that dual threat quarterback, have, good passing game. What's that like from you as the running back to, be able to have a dual threat type of quarterback?
It's great. He's able to use his arm and legs efficiently. Doesn't seem like a sophomore. He's playing incredible for his age, and I can just see him improving. But as it comes to a running back, it's just we want to operate 11 together, and if I got a guy handing me the ball or the guy I'm protecting doing great, I'm happy with it.
For sure. And well, best of luck to you guys moving forward. It was a great game today.
One more, Bruin. You had called this with Liam over the summer. I talked to you in Vegas. You said he was stereotypical service academy. What did you see that led you to believe that?
Well, freshman year is hard here, right? And he was running with the old guys his freshman year in practice. Coach called him out. He had a bad play and said, I don't care if you have a squiggle on your shoulder, you're going to be a playmaker here. And ever since that, he's been a playmaker. And, I mean, you can see it every day in practice, right? But practice isn't a film for the world this is, and he's displaying it. So I kind of had an insider trading, if you will, on that one.
Yeah, you had foreshadowing.
That's probably a better word.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Close. At the end of the day, there's plays throughout the entire game that could prevent that situation from even us being in that situation at all. We've got to make the plays that we're supposed to make, and we've also got to make plays that are harder plays that not everyone's supposed to make. But at the end of the day, that's football. We got to make those big plays. We got to come up on the hard side.
Talk about the emotion of this game, particularly when it's as close as it is.
It hurts. It hurts a lot more. I feel for my brothers. I know I'm a senior, so it means a little more to me right now, and it's kind of new, so it's not a fun thing.
What made them such a difficult matchup offensively? What especially Horvath? What makes him such an effective quarterback to you?
The guy's dynamic. He was actually a lot harder to take down than anticipated. We weren't doing what we were taught to do. We got to tackle better. We got to tackle harder, take him down faster. It's just we left stuff out there on the field.
How much responsibility does the defense feel? And how do you channel that into something productive?
I can't bullshit anybody. It's the defense has an issue right now, and the offense is doing pretty good. So we know it. Everyone knows it. We gotta rally, and we gotta do better as a defense.
I feel like there was a spark, especially from Dallas Staley and maybe Houston Hendricks, like that having some new personnel brought something new.
Yeah, I thought we had a great game plan going into it. And we were juiced. We were pumped. We were excited to go. We got to start quicker. We can't wait to make bigger plays. We got to capitalize on moments. When we got them at 3rd and long, we got to be able to stop them. We can't give up the big play, and we also got to make big plays. We got to get the quarterback down when we have an opportunity. We got to break up passes when we have an opportunity as well. And we got to get our gaps right and do our responsibility. as a whole.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, fellas.